This conference will now be recorded.
So what we discussed in the last session, guys, where we stopped exactly?
Database module.
In the database module, where?
For security,
Security, have you completed security? I don't think so.
no. Security not completed.
Okay. I just completed with the externalization concept, correct?
Yes.
I will come to know by seeing this XML. Many batches, I will be confused because some topics will be the same. I will be confusing. That is the reason. So you guys need to remember where exactly this topic ends. So what do you remember from that last session? How many of you completed the practice till now? How many of you completed all the sessions till now?
I do.
Me too. Very good.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I did most of them. Yes.
You will do more also. I know. you already done, right?
Yeah.
You can. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? No. Only 2 out of 18, 19. I said no. You will be waiting for the weekend to practice. On the weekend, you will be getting some work that will be piled up for the next week. So you need to work for a 2 week sessions now. Anyone else here who practiced till sessions? Till last session?
I finished till database project.
Database endpoint start project, not externalization, you mean to say. Is it, Sushmita?
Yes, Sujit.
Okay, great. Anyone else? Krishna, where is your practice? Till where you practiced? Manasa? Can you please respond, guys? If you are speaking, you are on mute. Suresh? Anil? Kiran?
Yeah, Sujit, last 4 classes I need to go through actually.
You need to be on
Like,
close, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ravi? Ratnakar? Srihari?
The database connection and all I practice, but the service related connection, SOAP and all few sessions are pending. Sujit will complete it.
Okay. So we have a 2 days of time. Please utilize those times. Right?
Sure.
You should. Okay.
Last 3 sessions I didn't practice, Sujit.
Okay. At least remember, guys, what we discussed in the last session. We discussed about externalization. What we have done. Can anyone just give me a brief about externalization? By seeing this picture at least quickly. For externalization, what is the first step we have done? Yes. What is the concept of externalization? Because if you're not able to understand this, we cannot move forward. There is no use. That's the reason I'm asking. Can anyone please go ahead? Anyone?
We have to pass the configuration details at runtime in a configuration properties file.
Very good. Okay. So in order to send that environment variable, that means runtime configuration, what are the steps to be done at your application level? Yeah. What are the steps can be done at your application level? Clearly written on the picture also. You can see
Yeah,
and tell
you
at
need
least.
to create the configuration file for environment specific.
Very good. Perfect. What type of file I have created at my application level to externalize the properties?
YAML file.
It's a YAML file.
It's an YAML file. YAML.
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 YAML file.
Yeah, not YAML, it's an YAML. Okay, in that YAML, I have given a parent and child combinations, and the same combination, that means to make that values to overcome, I mean to replace the values in the database configuration, how we can do that? How the values will replace from the YAML file? Yes, I want answers from all. Can you please respond, guys? We
Yeah,
already discussed about this.
dollar and curly braces with the name
The
of property.
placeholder. Yeah,
Key.
I have given a placeholder over there, dollar and 2 curly braces, right?
Yep.
And you need to get the properties inside that, right? Parent name,
Right.
db.host, db.user, and db.password. So, and how you will tell to the runtime that you are going to give the runtime configuration for this? What in any point should you, how you will do that?
You have to
How you
pass
will,
in the key value pair
yeah,
-d,
where is the,
Java -d, and then the key value pair.
but where is the key configured in your application? You are giving runtime variable,
Yeah.
runtime argument as -d key value, but value will replace in that key. Where is that key is configured?
Wrapper file.
Configuration XML.
Configuration XML only, but what is that? What is the global element called? Someone told previously, configuration properties. In that configuration properties, is it not? Yes.
Yes.
In the standalone runtime, how you'll pass? Just now I got an answer also for that. Someone else told. So in the standalone runtime, if you want to pass the runtime argument, how you are going to pass the runtime argument?
Yeah.
Where is the
-d and the key value.
where?
In the wrapper file.
What?
The wrapper file, perfect. In the wrapper file. So I think this is the project we discussed about externalization, correct? Right? Now, if anyone opens that resources and db-dev.yaml file, so are they able to see these values, credentials of your database? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So now I want to mask these values. How to mask these values? How? Any idea? Okay. MuleSoft has given one tool called Secure Properties tool. Okay, this is an executable jar file, right? So we can use this jar file in order to secure the values, right? So which file I want to secure? I want to go with the db-dev.yaml file. In that properties, I want to secure by using the secure properties tool. So I already given this jar file. I have downloaded from the website. I have given to you. So if you want, I will show you again from where you can download. Go to the docs, or else what you can do, simple, instead of going to the docs and all, open this externalizations project. There I asked you to work with, I mean till step 2, right? Step 3 I said I will work on today, right? So this is the externalization, right? So we already discussed about how to give the placeholder and all. Just come down. Step 3 will talk about the secure properties. Step 3, right? You here just come down. There is one link I have given which is pointing to secure properties configuration. Just take this link. Yeah. So under the docs, security, secure configuration properties, just come down. So there is something called encrypt properties using the secure properties tool, right? You can download the jar file. So if you click on this jar file, you can download this file. So zip file. Where is the zip file? Sorry, here. Secure properties tool, right? Now, in order to get the encrypted file, I need to fire some command. What is that command? The skeleton of the command also given here in the document. Just check. It's a Java command executing a jar file called secure properties tool jar file, and we are going to encrypt. We need to specify whether I want to encrypt or not. So what is the algorithm I can use? MuleSoft support wide variety of algorithms. architects will decide which algorithm to be used. So example, blowfish algorithm I am using with the more CBC, right, which is associated with that. And you need to give some key while encryption, because while decryption also you can use the same key to take you to the values. So for simplicity, I'm using A to P characters, 16 characters it's required, right? So A to P. And what is the file name? Which file I want to encrypt? And once you encrypt, it will create one more file, decrypted file. So what is the decrypted file name you want to give? That file name you need to give. So once you fill that values, it's a Java command executing a jar file called secure properties tool jar file, and we are going to encrypt by using the blowfish algorithm, and E2P is the characters, and db-dev.yaml is the name, that is the file which you are going to give as an input file. And once it got encrypted, this is the file name I want to give, db-secure-dev.yaml file, right? Let me take this command, cd to the directory where your security property tool is present. Copy the command. Just how I explained this command, right? Click on enter. Sorry. Where is the input file I have given? Not given, right? So copy this file, db-dev.yaml file, right? Now go and run the command. I just run the command. Yeah. Now you can see one file got created, db-secure-dev.yaml. Take this file onto your project, into the resources, right? No more required db-dev.yaml file, right? You can delete it. Now let me open this secure file. It is giving some errors. What is this error? Syntax error in the following text. That means my security property tool is not able to encrypt the values properly. There is some syntax error. What is the syntax error while reading? Purposefully I've done this because I want to show you one point. Whenever you are encrypting any file, you need to give the values in a double quotes. Okay, don't forget this point. Whenever you are encrypting the values, you need to use the double quotes. Let's see whether it work or not now. I saved it. Can you please repeat the process what I have done in order to get a secure file? Anyone? Quickly. What are the steps I need to do? Yes, please. What happened?
We have to copy the YAML file in the folder
Very good. Next.
and then cmd and run the command.
What is the command? What I'm doing in this command? Can you please explain? Anyone? It's a Java command. Again, I'm repeating. I just want to know whether you understood or not. Yes. It's a Java command executing this jar file by using the algorithm. Encrypt. I am going to encrypt by using this algorithm. And this is the key. This is the file name. This is the encrypted
Output
file name. Right. Let me run this command. Yes, I got one more file now. Let me take this. So simple, right? Now you see, is there any errors? No, right? And that too, are you able to read? As human, you are able to read these values? Are you able to read these values?
No.
No, right? Very good. So what to do? Now, what is the next step? I have some values. So how these values will be given as an values to the database? These are encrypted values. How my database configuration is going to read that values? So what is the configuration I need to do? Yes, first we need to encrypt in order to replace the values here, right? So one more thing, if you are using encrypted file, you need to give some syntax change. So if for plain files, if you're reading a plain values, then simply use db.host, that means directly property name. Otherwise, if you're using a secure file, you need to write some prefix, secure colon to the property name, secure colon, right? Here also I'm writing secure colon. Wherever you are externalizing, Where are the values you are reading? What are the values you are reading from the secure file? Values, secure colon colon. Now go to the configuration property, whether it is replaced or not, just check. So I just given to read the values from the this so and so property file, but those are encrypted values. My database configuration can read the plain values only. How I need to how I can write that, how can I give that values now? Only the way is I need to decrypt first, then only I can pass that values to the database configuration. So since if you are using configuration property here, it is just taking the plain files. Okay, see here db hyphen, if it is dev.yaml file, it is a plain file, right? It's a plain file. Now I want to decrypt, so this configuration property is no more use. So I'm just commenting out, control shift slash, select that, control shift and slash. This is how you need to comment out in your XML files, right? I just commented out. Go to the global element. Is it available now?
No.
No. So I need to configure one global element called secure properties configuration. So how to configure that? First of all, how to add that module? It's a module. Secure properties is a module. How to add that? Go to the create and just type for secure. It is not available at my project level. That means any point studio level. So if any module is not available at a studio level, what to do? We need to get it from the exchange. Sir, from where you can get the exchange? Any idea? How to go to the exchange and how to get that data? I already told, right?
There is in search in exchange button.
Search in exchange option. Just click on search in exchange. So type a search. What is the term? If you want to use, what is the keyword I can use? SEC.
Secure.
I'm just using SEC as a keyword. With that keyword, you will be getting multiple. So mule secure configuration property. If you hover the mouse, you can see, or else you can expand the window also. Click on add to a module. So now you can see it will be added to your project as a module once it got finished. Now you can see secure properties, right? There are no operations. That means there are no connectors. It's a module. Now I'm going to configure this module in my project. How to do that? So go to the global element, create secure properties, which is available right now. I got two. And what is the file name? If you have two files, you can give the placeholder. While runtime, you can give the placeholder how we have given earlier. Since I have only one, I'm just hard coding the value. db hyphen secure hyphen dev.ml. If I have two files, what to do? Instead of dev, give a
Environment.
placeholder. That's it. $myenv, whatever the value you want. So what is the key to decrypt? While encryption, what is the key? This is the key, right? Be careful while you're copy pasting, at least some space also will read it as a character, right? And what is the algorithm I used?
Blowfish. CBC.
These are the wide variety of algorithms can be used. Blowfish's algorithm I'm using now. See again I'm telling, while copy pasting, please be careful. And at the file name you can externalize also. That means while runtime also you can give the environment variable, right? So once I give the configuration properties, security tool, how that values can be replaced? I already done that, I think so, right? In the secure config, the database connection, how to read the files? db hyphen, secure colon db.host, db.user and db.password, right? That's what we have in the secure file. db.host, db.user and db.password. So do I need to do anything else? Can I deploy this application? Do I need to pass the runtime arguments for this? Do I need to pass the runtime arguments?
No.
Right? We have hard coded the file name. Guys, are able to follow me what I am doing step by step? Guys, please be active. Hey, hi Arvind, when you joined? I have not seen you. First thing, is it audible to all?
Yes, Sujit.
Yes, yes.
It is audible, right? Sometimes I may get confused whether it is audible or not. Even I ask question, no one is responding. That is the reason. Yeah, which application got deployed? 0 to explanation start project. So if I give a request, I need to get a response. If the secure, whatever the security configurations I have given, if it is got encrypted and decrypted properly, I need to get a response from my server, right? Let's see. This is the request I need to send. Localhost 8081/DB. Yes, am I getting the response?
Yes.
Yes. So am I able to secure the profiles? So now this db-dev.yaml file, is it required? Can I
No.
delete this?
Yes.
Not. I'm just deleting that from my project. Not required. This is production. Like that, if you have for production of a secure file, you can use that, right? So this is about a security. How to secure your configuration property files by using what is the tool?
Secure properties tool.
Secure properties tool. And all these projects are deployed under which domain?
Default.
Default domain, right? What is a domain? What is a domain? Okay, before explaining about the domain, let me talk few more points. So this is a flow, right? What is the functionality of a flow? Yes. What is the
Process the
functionality?
mule event.
It will accept the request according to the input request. It will execute some logic and it will return some value. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. What is the method? What is the method? Functionality of a method or a function?
It's the same.
Can you please tell me? It will expect some input arguments. According to the input arguments, it will execute some logic and it will return some value. Is it both are same or not?
Same.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Where we write this flow? In an XML file. Where we write this method? Basically, class files. Right? Now, can I call flow as a method or a method as a flow? Both are same, right? That's why I said previously also, the naming conventions for a flow should be given as a method names. Okay, if you want to follow, if you are aware of Java and if you are aware of naming conventions, okay, you can use the same, right? For the XML names also, XML file names also, what is the class name classification you are giving? That means name specifications, you can use the same as well, right? And if you are thorough with the object-oriented programming language, what principle will follow in order to write some methods? What principle? Single responsibility principle. What do you mean by that? Every method should have a small logic, single responsibility only. Okay, you can separate the logic into different methods, and if you want to invoke that method 2 from method 1, you can use it. Same here also. Flow also should contain a single responsibility only. That is the best one. Don't club multiple responsibilities together. If you want to externalize to some other flow, then you can invoke one flow to another flow. What is the connector we can use in order to invoke one flow to another flow?
Flow reference.
no reference, right? So this is the best practice. See, why I'm telling all this? See, what is the traditional approach, previous approach, when we have assumed that there is a very big project, which is a assume it's a database project, okay, database related project. Previous approach. Now, every project will have some modules. Module 1, module 2, module 3, like that. Assume that I have 10 modules, okay. Now, if I want to test the module 1, I need to test the entire project. What type of approach it is? What type of application it is? Is it not monolithic application? Right? Nowadays, what type of structure we are able to see in common? Same example, I will take same example. I have a very big project which related to database. Same.
Microservices.
Yeah, here also I have my module 1, module 2, module 3. Example, I am taking 3 modules. So if I want to test a module 1, if I follow, what is the structure? Microservice architecture. Every service, every module will be treated as a separate project, separate application, right? So if I am treating module 1 as a project 1, okay, and this is related to database. So what are the configurations we need to write in this if you want to treat this as a separate project? Example, take this in our case only. I have a database endpoint start project. I have an externalizing start project. Okay, these two are related to database, right? So what are the common configurations I can see in these two projects? Assume this database endpoint start project also using a secure file. Can you please tell me what are the common configurations we have in these two applications?
Database configuration, listener configuration,
And assume database
HTTP.
endpoint start project also secured using a secure property, securing that file. So we have database configuration to receive request, HTTP configuration, and a secure configuration,
properties.
right? So if I am deploying module 2 as a separate project, again, do I need to configure a database, HTTP, and secure? Yes or no?
No.
Right? Why no? Here, did I configure or not?
Yeah. We need to configure. Yes.
We need to configure, right? Definitely. 1 second. We need to configure, right? It is
Yes.
a separate project. It is separate project. We are treating these two are different projects. So nowhere related to each other. So do I need to configure or not? Definitely, right? If you want to send a request, this is a separate project. We are sending a request. So we need to use it. We need to configure that, right? But as a developer, what do you think? Is it a repeated one?
Yes.
Okay, if it is a repeated, forget about these configurations. If you have any repeated code as a developer, what you think? How to simplify that?
We'll make as a reference and we'll use it in here. Like
You write somewhere, the code,
yes.
the logic will write somewhere, right?
Yes.
And you will refer
We'll
that.
call. Yes.
Same concept here. Instead of logic, treat that configurations. I have a database configuration in common for the both the projects. I will configure that in a separate project. HTTP. See, I'm just telling for these three configurations because I have these three configurations here. I mean, in this project example. So that's why I'm using the same. At the same time, you can use any, right? So these three configurations I'm writing in separate project. What is that project called? Mule domain project. Okay, MuleSoft has given a feature called to create how we create a mule project. Same like that, we can create a mule domain project also. Right now, you configure all the common configurations in a domain project. You no need to configure locally. Right now, how these two are related? Whenever you are deploying a project one, that means a module 1, you need to refer this module to the domain project. Once you refer, this mule domain project also will be deployed, and these configurations will be inherited to the module 1. Same concept for module 2. If you are deploying project as a separate project, refer to the domain project, and that configurations will be inherited to the project 2. It will applicable to all, right? It will share the configurations, right? But there is a global element, right? Why you want to write it in a separate project again? There is already a global element which can be shared across. What is the difference then?
Those are within the project. Global.
Pardon, come again. Someone is telling. Yeah.
It is within a project we can share, not outside the project. I think.
Not across the projects. It is across the project only, global element. Okay. Purposefully, I asked this question. Many people will get confused there. That is the reason I asked this one. Okay. Got it? Yeah. So you need to remember one more point whenever you create a domain project. You are writing the common configurations in a domain project. But if I have a common flows, common logic in my Mule application, can I write in a domain project? Common logic. Yes, no. If module 1 is having some flow which is in common with the module 2, can I write this flow in a domain project, and can I refer that? No, we cannot write a common flows in a domain project. By design itself, it is not allowed. See, whenever you create a configuration XML in a Mule project, how many tabs we have? 3. One
Three
is
tabs.
message flow. Second one is
Global elements.
And the configuration XML.
Configuration XML.
Configuration XML contains what? The combination of message flow and the global element in a XML format. Correct? Message flow is a graphical representation of a flow. Global element is nothing but a configurations, right? Like HTTP database configurations, right? Which can be used across the project, right? Now, when you create a Mule domain project, here also one XML will be created, but this time we don't have a message flow tab, only global elements and a configuration XML. We cannot write a message flows. That means we cannot write a common logic in this domain project. This domain project is specially designed to write a common configurations. Got it? Yes or no? Understood clearly? Yes, no? Did it clearly understood or not? Give some
Yes,
response.
Sujit.
Give some response, guys, so that I can move forward. All are silent. Shall we move ahead? Only Sushmita is giving a response, no one else. What happened, guys? Please. Understood,
Yes.
not understood. Either thing, please tell me, so that I can repeat or I can move forward. I can do anything. What happened?
Sujit, sorry. So, okay, we'll follow from my end. We'll follow that next time. So we are in the morning shift. Sorry for this.
Not able to concentrate.
Yes, yes.
That's okay. Okay. That's a response I required. Otherwise, I mean, if you tell them response, I can understand what is the situation, what is the status.
Yes.
Thanks for that.
This month in the morning shifts. I'll follow the videos.
Thanks for the update. Okay, thank you so much. No problem. Anyone else facing the problems and understanding or not able to concentrate? Anyone like that here? Yes, Srikanth. So quiet today.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well.
I understood in the first instance only. You are so dull. Your voice is so dull today.
Yeah,
Take care.
I didn't want to miss the session, so I thought, okay, let's join and I'll
Take
catch
care.
up in the video.
No problem. Take care. Anyone
Thank you.
else? Anil, able to understand clearly? Kiran?
I'm just
Ramesh?
following.
Understood.
Okay. I don't want to waste much time on this. Let me move forward. Let me see. How to configure. Let me stop the server. So I have two projects, domain project, sorry, this database endpoint start project and external start project. I have three configurations in common, secure, database, and a HTTP. I want to create one domain project and I want to refer that, I want to first configure the three configurations in domain project. Then I will try to deploy this externalizing start project. Then I will how to refer that externalizing start project to domain project. All these things we'll see in a step-by-step manner. Now, first thing is what? How to create a domain project. File, new, there is something called mule domain project. You can see the difference between the icons, mule project and mule domain project, right? See here, I will just give domain demo, okay, and I want to run on a server 4.3. Of course, domain project also should be run on some server. I need to deploy. Otherwise, how that configurations will be online, right? How will it be available if I not run? So definitely I need to deploy this application. Finish. Okay, on domain project got created. As I said, one XML will be created. Configuration XML got created. How many types I have? Global element and configuration XML, right? So only we can do the configurations, common configurations. How to get the common configurations? Can anyone please guide me here? You know already all these steps, how to configure HTTP, how to configure database, how to configure a secure file, all these things you know. First, let me take that secure file, which file I want to encrypt, which file I want to use, db-secure file, right? Let me copy it to the resources first. Yeah, please tell me how to configure this database, how to configure this HTTP and secure here in the domain project. Yes, quickly.
We can write in XML.
No, why we can add it a global element, no? Instead of writing an XML, use the graphical view, graphical representation. That is the easiest way, right?
Yeah. That.
One second, it is still loading. It is copying still. So do I need to go with the create or manage module? Directly can I create HTTP? This is not available at my Mule domain project level. So I need to manage module from the exchange. So if I want to go with the exchange, if you have a message flow tab, there is a mule palette. Under the mule palette, there is a such an exchange option. Just now we have seen for a secure file, right? Same like that. If you are not having a mule palette, simply click on a manage module. Under that mule project, under that modules, click on add that one. See, it may be the look and feel may be different for the different versions, okay, but the concept is same. You can use the same concept, right? Plus sign from the exchange. What and all of the modules I need to add to my project now? Quickly I will do it since you know already all this. Okay, I'm just going little bit fast. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Along with the HTTP, you will be getting a socket also. Now I am getting a database connector. Where is this database connector? Yes, next. You can guide me, guys. No problem. You can also participate along with me. Mule secure configuration properties. Finish. So let me create first HTTP. HTTP listener config 8081. Next, secure I will do. So what is the file name? Yeah, what is the file name we have in that db-secure-dev.yml file. db-secure-dev.yml. YAML file. And what is the key? Yeah, please tell me. Participate. And otherwise it will not be interesting. Please participate.
Blowfish.
What is the version I'm using? 1.7. We add as a dependency. So what is the placeholder I need to give? At least tell this one.
Localhost.
No.
Dollar secure
Security
column
secure colon db
dot
dot
host.
host.
Yeah, please go ahead. You are speaking, that's why I'm silent.
Mule training DB.
Is there anything else to do? I don't think so. We have configured all these three. I want to configure, I need to deploy this Externalizing Start project. This is the first, right? Now, what is our idea? I don't want to write the configurations in a local. So I already configured the local, right? The global configurations. Can I delete that now? Let me delete this. These global configurations I'm deleting from the local project, right? If I say this, immediately it is showing some error. Why? What is the reason? Once I delete it, yes, in the flow, listener and database configurations are referencing to HTTP listener config. But where is that file? Where is that configuration? I deleted that one. So what to do? In order to refer this to domain project where I configured the domain project, what I need to do? I need to refer this externalizing start project to the domain project. So how to refer? Right click on this externalizing start project, properties, click on this mule project. Previously expanded that under the modules. Now click on a mule project, and till now all the projects are deployed under which domain?
Default.
Default domain. So do I created any domain project now? Yes. If you click on that drop down, that will be shown. Now immediately you can see once I refer it, what is the extension added to the 02 externalizing start project? Domain project name. This is the project it is referencing to, right? Now, I mean, am I able to see any warnings under this? Yes, right? Warnings. Actually, you can ignore the warnings at a project level. You don't need to worry about it. In the previous versions of a studio, when they released, when the previous versions of the runtime or a studio, it was showing as an error. Errors definitely before deploying you need to rectify. Then only it will be allowed to deploy, right? But warnings you can ignore, it will be deployed successfully. But what are these warnings? Why this was given as an error? Can anyone read this warning? If I hover the mouse onto that, can anyone read this quickly? What you understood from this? Yes, please. Read out. If you read out, you will understand. There is a multiple definitions both in application and a linked domain. What do you mean by that? See, when I written previously externalizing start project, the dependencies got added as HTTP, socket, database, MySQL, secure. All these configurations are available already, right? Now, additionally, I have written in the domain project. Now that externalizing start project is referred to that, right? When it is referred, is it not a duplicate configurations? In both in a domain project and a externalizing start project, is it a duplicate? Yes or no? Then how my mule runtime will understand which configurations to be taken, which bomb.xml to be read?
Sujit, one thing, one question here.
Yes.
We have deleted from XML, right? The moment we deleted from XML, it should deleted from POM XML also, right?
No. That is different. That will be deleted in this XML configuration. If you delete a message flow tab, it will replicate it in the configuration XML. If we delete in the configuration XML, it will be deleted in the message flow tab. That is the only thing. It is not going to affect your pom.xml file.
Okay.
Pom.xml is for dependencies. It is added as a connector. Again, if you want to use that, you can use this or not. Right? Can you use this in XML file, configuration XML file? If you want to use it again as a global element, can you do it or not? We can do it because that is added as a connector dependency. Right? My question is, first of all, Suresh, your question is clear?
Clear, Sujit.
Yeah. So my question is, how a Mule runtime is able to understand the configurations from the which configurations it should read, either from the local project or from a domain project? Yes. Whenever you try to deploy the application, if there is a duplicate configuration and your local project is referred to the domain project, it will read the configurations from the domain project only. That is why it is showing. It is an update. Previously, it was showing as a bug. Bug in the sense error. Now it is not showing as an error. So RMC, you can go ahead and deploy the application. Let me deploy this. Which application I need to deploy? Externalizing start project. Once I run the project, how many projects will be deployed? Which project will be deployed first? Quickly tell me.
First, it will domain project.
Okay.
After that, externalization project will get deployed.
Perfect. Why domain project first?
Because it is differing. It is differing from configurations are getting referred from domain project, right?
Okay, it is referring. That's why it deploys after externalizing start project also. No. Why it is deploying first domain project? Anyone?
That's how Maven dependency is set, I guess.
Exactly. So first the configuration should be available. Then only my externalizing start project or whatever the project which are deploying under domain project, that configurations will be inherited to the local project. That's what I said here. First, these configurations should be available in order to use the configurations in the local project. Got it? That's why previously also when I show the logs, all projects are deployed under which domain? Default domain. Now you created your own domain, customized domain, and you make that your project to be deployed under your customized domain. But now can you please tell me whether your project will be deployed under default domain or customized domain? Yes. Now we can see here the log. Domain demo, whatever you created is deployed and a default domain. By default, it will be deployed. So your project is deployed under which domain? Whatever the domain you created. Got it? Before that, before externalizing start project got deployed, your domain project to be deployed. Then only the configurations, the dependencies what you created will be available to use in your local project level. Understood everyone clearly? No? Yes. About the domain.
Yes, Sujit, but real time also we will doing same thing for.
If you're not doing real time, why we'll discuss here?
Okay.
Very good question you asked actually. So in real time, in the production environment, see, your question may be in this way actually. You are doing an AnyPoint Studio level. What will do in your standalone deployment? Maybe this is the question you may ask. Yes.
No, Sujit. Normally, development team will do the code, right? We will just integration part we will done from our end, right?
Yes.
Or if database also will be included on that.
Obviously, as a developer, you need to configure the connections.
Okay.
See, the question is, I understood your question actually. So, see guys, if you're deploying the same externalizing start project application on a standalone runtime, how you are going to deploy this? I have shown in the Anypoint Studio, okay? With a single click, everything will be started and it will be deployed. But the same thing if you want to deploy on a standalone runtime, how to do it? Can you please tell me the steps quickly in the production environment? Yes, yes. First thing, you need to export this application as a jar file out of Studio. So how
Next
many
batch we need to run it.
which one?
Batch file.
Where batch is coming into this picture? Which batch file
No,
you're talking
after
about?
you are telling standalone application to run, right?
Oh, okay. No. I'm talking about, okay. You're telling how to start the runtime. Batch file.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
mule.batch file you're talking about.
yes.
There is a batch module again in Mule. That's what I thought of. Okay, that's fine. No. First thing, what you do, you will be exporting this application out of a Studio. You will be getting a jar file. So whether you want to export two applications or only externalizing start project is required because this domain project is added as a dependency to your project. What do you think? What is your idea?
I think both we need to export, in my
Okay,
opinion, because that here also starting domain only it was been deployed, right? Next default
but your
extension,
referring to the but your externalizing start project is referring to the domain project, no?
but local should know, right?
Very
Both
good, very
as
good. Definitely, we require to have two projects. That means two domain project and externalized project to be exported. So you will get two jar files now. Now next tell me, what is the process? I'll open the standalone runtime now for you. Okay, this is my standalone runtime structure where you are going to deploy that applications.
first we'll
Apps folder.
In apps folder.
In apps folder. Okay.
here we will keep that jar file what we have exported. Next we'll go for bin.
Okay, here before going to the bin, stop.
Okay.
How many files I exported out of a Studio?
Two.
Two will be placed here only in the apps folder only.
No, one should be placed in. I think I can see domains folder. Maybe there.
So your Mule applications to be placed under the apps folder and your domain projects will to be placed under a domains folder, right?
Okay.
So whenever you start this batch file, that means mule.batch file, it will start that domain by default. Okay, what are the domains are should be available. So whenever you place the application in your apps folder, it will check whether the project is referred to the domain project or not. If it is referred, and it will check in a domains folder that project is available in the domains folder or not. If it is available under the domain project, your application will be deployed. It is a task for you. By tomorrow, please complete this task by using a standalone runtime. Try it out. Okay. I already given an answer. I just implement it. Yes, no. Please respond,
Okay,
guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Please try it out. Yeah, please try it out. There is no, I think there is no documentation, sorry, for this domain project. There is no lab for this. Okay. Please understand the concept and try to do it on your own. Okay. It's very simple. Repeating things only. Only you need to create domain project and configure it and refer from the local project. That is the only steps we need to do. And we have seen in the Anypoint Studio. Please do it on a standalone runtime. How to do it on your standalone. Okay, I already given answer. Just implement it. That's all from my end for today. Tomorrow we are going to talk about a transformers. Very, very important topic about transformers. What is the structure of a transformer? How we are going to use the data view expressions in that. So next 2 sessions are very, very important. I mean, and this entire week is very important. To next 2 sessions about a transformer, next 2 about a exception handling, right? So this total week will be a very important sessions, very interesting sessions for that too, right? By this time, let me stop the recording.